let's get this so we can see it. Yeah, wonderful. Awesome. Woohoo.
Really cute. His hair is really cute.
Yeah.
No, you gotta leave him such a little boy.
Yeah. He's getting, look how tall he is.
That's what happens. I can't, he's been
Yeah.
sitting the whole time.
Yeah, they turn in.
Like overnight, you wake
they
up and they're
grow
like
up.
little boys all
Yeah,
of a sudden.
like a little
instead of-
toddler. He's not, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mine are old now.
Did you guys do the pumpkin patch this year?
We do that every year. We
I
like,
thought
I
so.
love going to, Brayhead. That's right off of Route 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where's that?
It's not, it's very close.
It is,
And it's like an organic
it's
farm.
on, if you
actually.
go down Route 3 past Lafayette, it's on the right-hand side, like it's back in like an industrial area.
When you said you lost me at
It's
past
near-
Lafayette.
It's near
I don't
Thurman
know where that
Brisbane.
is.
I don't know if you know where
Um,
Thurman Brisbane
okay.
is.
You know,
Past Lafayette Street?
okay, you know Route 3
Yeah.
going towards King George?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Lafayette with the new like townhouses there, if you go
Yes.
down past there, there's like the industrial park
Yes.
area, there's a sign for Brayhead Farm.
Oh.
Miss Cassandra will be here in a few minutes.
That's nice.
Oh, no,
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 she's
it's
a little
very
late,
nice.
so.
It's
Oh.
very nice, and it's not
So he gets to
expensive
hang out
either.
with Grandma
Cool.
for a little bit.
And we go to Sneed's, I love Sneed's.
Yeah, I went to Sneed's my first year down here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love
Josie.
it, they have the slides.
Yeah. It was fun. It was very cool. That's what we did the day after Anthony got married. That was like his big.
Okay, guys, let's go ahead.
Okay.
Get this shot around. Let's put this one up here. It would be lovely.
Pull everything down, get everything out of there.
Yes. Go
How's
ahead.
everybody doing this morning?
Just lovely.
All right. I think we're-
Yay.
Good morning and welcome to Unity. My name is Natalie. It is such a blessing to see shining lights in person here in Fredericksburg, Virginia. And a big welcome to everyone joining us on YouTube. We so love having you here with us in spirit. Please be sure to like and share our live stream. Here at Unity, we begin with a simple moment of connection with our spiritual nature. Our Christ candle reminds us that within each person there is divine light. As we light this candle now, I invite you to say with me,
We open our hearts and minds to the sacredness of all people. We are willing to shine our inner light into the world, and we make space for others to do the same.
and now we offer an affirmative prayer together.
With peaceful hearts, we are open to the divine flow of abundance, ideas, and substance.
This morning, we welcome Reverend Lily Sandberg.
Yay.
Reverend Lily Sandberg, she, her, is born and bred Unity. Growing up, she served as a regional officer for the Youth of Unity program and returned after graduation to create weekend retreats for Uniteens. She graduated from the University of New Mexico in 2018 with a BA in Religious Studies and a BA in Sociology. She is a recently ordained Unity minister from Unity Worldwide Spiritual Institute. Her mission is to continue pushing the Unity movement forward in new and creative ways, making space for all of us to remember and live from our inherent goodness to make lasting change in the world. She currently lives in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and loves a good book and has recently gotten into running. She is excited to be with your spiritual community. And now, let us bless our children. Together we say, we
Ooh,
love you.
We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ you are. Mwah.
And now for our mission statement. We are advancing
The
the
movement
movement of
of
spiritual awakening and transformation
Through unity,
a positive path for spiritual living. And today's unity principle is principle number 5.
It is
Together's not
enough
to understand spiritual teachings.
we must live the truth that we know.
Now for our community news. Happy November birthday! If November is your birthday month, go ahead and stand up so we can give you a big unity blessing. Stand up even if you are at home in your PJs. You are a beautiful child of God, and it is your special month.
Yes, it is.
Together we say,
We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are.
Mwah.
Election Day is this Tuesday.
Sure is.
In case you haven't voted early, don't forget to cast your ballot this Tuesday, November 8th. Polls open at 6 a.m. in Virginia. Our Thanksgiving feast is coming up. Join us November 20th for our annual Thanksgiving feast. The Board of Trustees will provide the main dishes and drinks. You can bring sides and desserts.
Such as pie, for example.
Such as pie, yes, pumpkin pie is one of my favorites.
Me
Thank
too.
you. Our quarterly town hall is Sunday, November 20th. It will be immediately after service and before our Thanksgiving feast. We will be discussing the future direction for our Unity community. The meeting will be available on Zoom also. And please, we are encouraging everybody, if possible, to attend. This is a really important meeting for all of us. The Men's Listening Circle. This group is hosted by Tom Capshew here at Conscious Healing. They will meet this coming Tuesday, November 8th from 7 to 8 p.m. The session begins with a meditation and moves into a time to share thoughts on an open-ended question. For more information, you can email Tom at tcapshew@conscioushealingva.com. Now for our statement of commitment. Unity of Fredericksburg stands in solidarity with all people for diversity and inclusion. Here is this week's diversity video link and a short description. You'll find them both in our weekly email newsletter. This week's video title is 50 Years of Racism, Why Silence Isn't the Answer. Bringing reflections and the reality of race relations in the USA, Jim White Sr. provides a lens that goes back 53 years from his first experience with discrimination, coupling it with how he's struggling to provide counsel to his grandsons facing the same bias. This talk was the first time he shared this provocative and heartbreaking story in public after his decision to be silent no more. And to learn more, you can receive our weekly newsletter. Please email info@uofva.org. And now we'd like to take a moment to focus our hearts on the people of Ukraine. Our hearts join together in prayer for the people of Ukraine. We hold the highest vision for peace and tranquility, and we give thanks knowing that God is present in every situation. Today's daily word is balance. Sometimes trying to balance my schedule, meet my obligations, and even find time for the things I enjoy can leave me scrambling to figure out how to fit it all in. Today, I take my cue from nature and notice the rhythm of the seasons and the tides, the cycles of growth, and the order that underlies all things. I appreciate how seamlessly the natural world balances itself and restores itself to harmony. The gift of harmony and balance lives in me. I honor myself when I flow with it instead of forcing my will upon it. I listen to my body's many signals. I rest when I'm tired, eat when I'm hungry, and socialize and seek solitude as I need to. As I care for myself, I find balance. For there is nothing better for people under the sun than to eat, drink, and enjoy themselves. Ecclesiastes 8:15. And together we say, I honor life's shifting rhythms.
Interesting Bible choice.
And now for the message and meditation from Reverend Lily Sandberg.
I am so excited to be with you today as your guest speaker. A little bit about me. My pronouns are she, her, and I am coming to you from Albuquerque, New Mexico, which occupies and is placed on Tiwa territory, stolen from indigenous folks. I always want to include a land acknowledgement because for me, it is part of my knowledge and growth in being able to acknowledge where I am positioned, not only geographically, but with my privilege and within a greater breadth of history. And that as part of my mission of ministry is to be able to educate others in figuring out where are they positioned and what is theirs to do. And so if you know where you are positioned on sovereign indigenous land, I invite you, if you're joining online, to include that in the comments. If you have no idea what I'm talking about or are interested in learning more, I invite you to look up what a land acknowledgement looks like and figure out where you reside on indigenous land that was stolen. It is important, in my opinion, to be able to acknowledge that so that we can acknowledge the full breadth of human experience, good, bad, ugly, and divine. Because we are all good, bad, ugly, and divine, as is our history, as is our present, as is our future. And I am excited to be able to join you today on this first Sunday of the month. I'm sure you all look right, I have bushy-tailed from that extra hour of sleep as we fall back, so happy daylight saving.
Yeah, we woke up an hour
And
early.
today we are also entering a new month
That
with
was
a new
the usual
12 power.
time.
And
It's
so
all
if you
good.
are new to Unity and are like, 12 power, what are you talking about, Power Rangers, is that what we're doing? Yes and no. The 12 Powers of Man was a book written by our co-founder, Charles Fillmore, that talks about the 12 abilities that we each are given as pieces of our connection to the divine. And so with each month, it corresponds to a new 12 power. And so in many Unity churches, we take this opportunity to educate, to sit with, to expand our understanding of these pieces in us that are active, that we can utilize, acknowledge, misuse at any point in time. And 12 powers are similar to muscles. Sometimes you use some of them, sometimes you use one of them, sometimes you're not using them at all. But they're always present and they're always accessible, and I think it's important for us to be able to expand in the places that we might be weak in. That each of us probably has a favorite 12 power, and on the other end of that is our least favorite 12 power. And when I was thinking about the power for this month, which is elimination and release, I know very few people that this is their favorite 12 power. I know far more that this is the 12 powers that they are working on, that they are maybe not as fond of. But the power of elimination, the power of release is so vital because it is the space maker for other things to come to fruition. In the book, which I'll be referencing from today, Power Up, the 12 Powers Revisited as Accelerated Abilities, which is by Paul Hasselbeck and Cheryl Holton. They give a really wonderful definition of release that I want to bring in this morning. Release is the ability to release, remove, denounce, deny, say no, and let go. Release, remove, denounce, deny, and say no. That this comes into senses, thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that we are able to remove, release, denounce, deny, say no, and let go. Elimination releases us and lets go of things that are not working for us and are no longer useful in our lives. If you're a person that thinks every aspect of your life, everything in your life has use, I wonder if you're very good at elimination. Or I wonder if you're excellent at elimination. Because for me, when I think of being able to denounce, deny, say no, let go, release, I'm excited by that. For other people, that might be a, oh no, that means change is gonna happen. And both of those things are okay. We're all working within our truth, our understanding, our reality, but we're just tapping into what release is. One of the most helpful dynamics of thinking about 12 powers that I've learned and been working within is the overuse or underuse of a 12 power. And so for each of our 12 powers in the Power Up book, it goes into what does it look like if there is underuse of a power and overuse of a power. And so it reads, the underdevelopment of elimination results in the classic pack rat. People have difficulty getting rid of anything. They have a hard time ending relationships, jobs, and other situations, even if they are bad for them. So how many people can think of someone or can acknowledge in themselves an underuse, an underdevelopment of the power of elimination? Say you walk into your house and there's just piles of stuff and it's just that clutter. That might be an underuse of the ability of release. Thinking about holding on to relationships that no longer serve you far longer than they served you. That might be an underuse and underdevelopment of release. And then on the flip side of that coin, an overdevelopment of elimination results in a person who is rash about what is eliminated or renounced. There is a premature ending of relationships and jobs. This person could be wasteful, purging all the time, might throw the baby out with the bathwater. And I gotta acknowledge for myself that I am an overuse of elimination at times. You know, when I get that itch to seasonally clean, there's a few extra things that I predicted in those boxes because I just say, get rid of it all. Just get it out of my space. I don't want to see it. And then I see physical manifestation of me, but because a lot of times an overuse for me of elimination is getting rid of things because I'm not ready to get rid of the baggage in here. That's an easier to control thing to get rid of the stuff than work on my stuff. And so for me, that is what that looks like. But for you, you know what this probably looks like for you. You might be a rock star at elimination, having total balance and understanding of when to release and when not to release and when to hold on and when to let go. But I would venture to guess that some of us fall into the overuse or underuse a little bit more because we're not consciously thinking about the power of release. That release gets shortchanged in our spiritual principles, even though it's part of all processes. Because without release, space is not made. And so today my talk title is Ready to Release. Because when someone asks you, are you ready? Your answer might be, sure. Are you ready? I don't know. What are we doing? Are you ready? As ready as I'll ever be. Are you ready? Absolutely not. That we have a wide answer base for are you ready? Because there's choice involved. We didn't have choice in getting our 12 powers. We are born with them. They are a connection with God. You don't have a choice in that. We all got it. But how we use them and if we are ready to use them consciously and for our benefit, that is where we have choice. And I think for me, readiness is an important aspect of my spiritual journey. Because there have been so many times that Spirit is calling me into something deeper, something more wild, something I don't feel like I am ready for. And my first response is, oh no. No thank you, Spirit, come back to me later. How many people have been in that space where they don't feel ready, even though they are being called into something greater? I can't be the only one. I know I'm not. But also, how many times have we maybe felt like we were ready to take a plunge in a relationship, in a job, in a move, in a new experience of our spiritual development, and we totally fall on our face that we thought we were so ready for this, and it did not pan out. That our internal understanding of readiness is sometimes put to a challenge, because when we feel like we're ready, maybe we're not. And when we feel like we're not, maybe we are. And so we have to get in touch with our greater sense of knowing, our deeper connection with Spirit, when we get asked the question, are you ready? And the coolest thing about the 12 powers for me is that there are physical places in the body where they are located. And for elimination, it is in our abdomen. It is in our gut. For me, our body is a vessel of information, of connecting in with data that our mind and our heart may not know yet. So I tap into my gut a lot. And the gut being the source of elimination, is able to say if I am ready or not to release. Our bodies know sometimes well before we are willing to admit if we are ready to let go of something. If we are in a relationship where every time we engage, we get a stomachache, maybe that's one to release. And on the flip side of that coin, if we have started a relationship or are getting deeper in a relationship where our gut has butterflies, that is a relationship to hold on to and absolutely not release. That it can go for any situation of a new home, a new job, a new experience, a new adventure. If we are ready or not, our gut, our source of elimination will tell us if this is something to release or not. That we are literally programmed to know if we are ready to release. How freaking cool is that? I think it's awesome. And I know that there's been moments on my spiritual path where I have not known if I am ready. And my gut tells me nothing. And I'm like, Spirit, what in the world? Leaving me out here with no answers, with no direction. I don't know where I'm going. And that is the time where we can use even more of our spiritual principles of breath, of prayer, of meditation, of visioning, to be able to tap back in to asking the question, am I ready? And it could be, am I ready to release this? Am I ready to hold on to this? Am I ready to take the plunge? Am I ready to shift? Am I ready to go deeper? And then our body will give us that confirmation, because our body is a vessel to give us information to utilize our faculties of the 12 powers, which are our connection with our greater spirit. And when we can tap into that, man, the world gets so much easier to understand. And so I want you to understand that there's also no right or wrong way to do this. To know if you're ready, to be ready, to release. Sometimes, especially I see it in terms of grief, we are pressured into releasing well before we are ready. And there is so much that can happen when we are pushed beyond when we are ready. And so I want to remind you and to empower you that you are the one that knows if you are ready then. No one else knows that for you. You can have people who love you and can firmly believe in their heart of hearts that you are ready for something, that you are ready to release, that you are ready to jump, that you are ready to take this adventure. But you are the one who knows that. You, in your communion, in your inner space, in your inner sanctuary with spirit, you know that best. And so when you are posed with the question, are you ready? Or are you ready to release? You are the one that makes that choice from your truth, from your spirit, from your understanding of elimination. Because there are times when that will be so right for you and you will know it. And there will be times when that still small voice inside says, I'm ready to let this go. I'm ready to make space for something. And my wish for you is that it is as clear as you need it to be, that you understand, and that you have the bravery to move forward in that ability of readiness, in that utilization of the power of elimination to get any blocks out of your path. Because these are the things that we need when we are moving forward, when we are asking the question, am I ready to release? Am I ready to make space and let go of the things that no longer serve me so I can step in to where I'm supposed to be and who I'm supposed to be? And so as we move into this meditation, if there's something that sparked for you, I invite you to hold that. If there is something that came up for you of, ooh, maybe I'm ready to release, hold on to that. Let that inform you. Sink that into your body. And we're going to move through the process of just a brief meditation. And if you don't have anything, just show up and breathe. It's the best part of meditation. And so wherever you are, if you are in person or online, I invite you to take the space that feels comfortable for you. Take up the space that your body needs to occupy and begin breathing in and out at a frequency and a cadence that serves you. And as we breathe in, we are breathing in life. And as we breathe out, we are breathing out life. And as we breathe in, we are breathing in peace. And as we breathe out, we are breathing out peace. And as we breathe in, we are breathing in compassion. And as we breathe out, we are breathing out compassion. And so as you find a normal rhythmic breathing for your breath, I invite you to tap into that abdomen, that physical part in your body where release, the power of release is centralized. And I want you to show it some gratitude, to thank it. Thank it for knowing when it is ready to release, when you are ready to eliminate. Thank it for being an information center in your body, directing you to your highest good. And just as we give thanks for that space of elimination in our body, I want you to just do a check-in. Check in with the rest of your body. If there is any pain that's happening, any discomfort, I invite you to just surround it in white healing light. And I want you to ask your mind and your heart and your gut, what am I ready to release? What am I ready to release? And I invite you to hear the knowledge from your head, the wisdom from your heart, and the information from your gut. What am I ready to release? And when you have that answer, I invite you to just hold on to it. And if you haven't gotten an answer yet, that's okay. It's on its way. What am I ready to release? And I invite you to thank your body, thank spirit for that answer. And slowly wiggle your toes, shrug your shoulders, and come back into this time and space. And if you've got something you are ready to release, I wish you well. I wish you skillful navigation on releasing that. Knowing that your power of elimination is always there, always accessible, and always on your side for your highest good. And if you are still waiting for your answer of what are you ready to release, I give you all the same blessings for when it comes to you. Thank you so much for having me. It is always a true delight. Happy releasing in this month of November.
Very good.
Certainly gives you a lot to think about
Oh,
this time of year.
yeah.
Okay, it is time for our tithes and love offerings. So together we say, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and I am grateful. We will now offer a final blessing for our offerings. We acknowledge the source of all there that is, and we hold an attitude of gratitude for these tithes and love offerings that have been so freely given. We are so grateful for the many ways that our gifts will serve the community, and we enfold the loving souls who have requested prayers in the absolute truth of God, declaring with pure faith that all prayers are heard and responded to in the highest expression of God's will. And so it is. Amen.
Amen.
And now for our peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And now our prayer for protection.
The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Thank you for being with us and sharing your light today. Namaste.
Namaste, Miss Natalie. And it is a wrap, I think. Are we done?
Yay.
Yes, we are done.
Today.
Yeah, buddy.